Thank you for joining us. I'm Naiba Reynoso. This episode of LA County Close-Up is dedicated to the county's massive response to the coronavirus. From county librarians putting their know-how to good use for those on the front lines, to a salute for healthcare workers at the VA hospital in Westwood. But first, the county's COVID-19 briefings have become afternoon must-see TV. Sharing the spotlight with county officials are two American Sign Language interpreters who have become stars in their own right.
It's life or death information that we're giving out on a daily basis. So just as the hearing community has access to that information, the deaf community also needs to have that type of access. So I think they appreciate us doing our job and being essential workers during this pandemic time.
We're all in this together, and it's not just an empty cliche, but it means that we all have a collective responsibility to bend the COVID-19 curve.
In general, yes, I do wear my mask when I'm out in public. However, when we're doing our interpreting for the daily briefings, we're not able to wear those masks because a lot of the grammar of ASL is featured on your face, so you're literally blocking off a lot of the grammatical features of American Sign Language. In addition, it takes away some of the expressiveness that we need to convey a clear and accurate message, so we don't wear our masks when we are doing our work of interpreting. Neil is so deliberate with his signing. He's just chill, he's just doing his thing. I get a little bit more, aggressive or active, where he's a lot more laid back in his signing style than I am, and I think that's pretty cool.
You guys are a good team together?
Yeah, that's why I asked him to come team with me for this assignment, because originally it was me by myself and it was overwhelming, it was too much to handle. So I kind of handpicked a couple of people that I might want to work with, and Neil is at the top of my list. I remember when the term serology testing first came in, and I remember signing something like prick your finger, blood test, analyze, and that's what we do often as interpreters. You have to think fast, and you have to be comfortable with the language, and you have to be familiar enough with the concepts in advance so that when something like that happens, you're not, oh my God, what do I do? But you're able to roll with the punches and do something that provides an accurate and clear understanding for the deaf community of what's being said.
Despite our county libraries closing their doors to help stop the spread of COVID-19, county library staff have been busy behind the scenes making masks for employees serving on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. Take a look at these everyday heroes.
LA County Library did a call out to library staff, and as you know, librarians are very talented and a lot of us know how to sew.
We're doing a collective project. We have over 100 people who signed up. That was more than we thought. And they're going to be creating masks for staff in LA County.
This week alone, 23 of us will be sewing masks. We're hoping to complete 350 masks this week. We're using instructions from the Medical School of Wisconsin, making sure we're using the right fabric. These masks will be sent to our library headquarters, and there they will be distributed to our LA County workers, including LA County library staff that has been redeployed as disaster service workers.
Librarians at heart, it is our job to serve the public. So although we're not serving the public like we normally do, you can still call us, reach us online, attend one of our virtual story times. We're still here for you.
We're very excited to be helping in this effort.
As the coronavirus began to affect the healthcare system, the Los Angeles County USC Medical Center held a simulation to prepare staff for a surge of patients. Here's an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how lives are being saved.
This simulation is meant to identify areas where we can improve upon our infection control, our communication, environmental issues, and such that we want to kind of uncover before we have multiple real COVID positive patients come through the county operating rooms. All of us are here to contribute to improvement of the system. We're the best team that the county can have, but we want to be better, especially in this instance.
Set of gloves, hand hygiene.
Our perioperative team working here at County USC Medical Center, we are used to crisis management, high stress environments, etc. And we know how to function in these environments. We've had practice, we've had previous simulation exercises and such. We try to make sure that we don't take anything for granted. So our attention to detail in these processes is really very important because we don't want any weak links in the chain, especially when a patient's life is at risk. And also for the health and well-being of our fellow healthcare workers.
But I hear you have a bad cough. I'm Dr. Reaver, and this is Jan, our nurse anesthetist, and we're going to work together.
The pandemic that we're going through right now has the potential to harm everybody. Patients and nurses, doctors, techs, assistants, everybody.
All right, sir, we're going to get you for the operating room now.
One of the main important things is that your team, your perioperative team here at County USC Medical Center, our trauma center, we have a level of psychological safety when we undergo these type of simulation exercises where we're not afraid to be vulnerable. We're not judgmental on another person or on, a process that may be going amiss. The case is completed. The patient has developed a respiratory complication.
We're on that point, guys. Everybody in the room is aware we have a positive COVID-19 patient.
It's meant to identify latent threats in the system that we may not have earlier identified in all of our task force work and planning and policy making. There's a special way that we're going to exit the room that we have to follow.
You know, one person is watching the patient, one person is doing the donning and doffing, and then, the process is reversed.
4-5 out at 8:31.
Thank you.
1:30? Are we going 1:30?
You guys are proceeding to put your monitors on and such. The feeling of psychological safety that we have in such a high stress environment, and now with where we are in the world, I think it lends to us being better public servants, better healthcare workers, better doctors, better nurses, better techs, better assistants, better clerical workers, just a better team.
ArtShare LA is one of the nonprofit arts organizations supported through the Department of Arts and Culture. To spread hope and love during the pandemic, they teamed up with 10 local artists to add some beauty to boarded up businesses.
We have so many people that are essential to society, and we wanted to show that art is essential, therefore artists are essential. They're not the pretty afterthought, they're not the decoration that goes up after the project's done. They should be integrated into society's infrastructure, and I hope that this project with Jeremy is showing that the need is really there.
And that's okay. Like the perfect trip.
If we just constantly see boarded up buildings everywhere, it just makes it look a little bit more depressing, and one's mental health kind of is, I think, lowered somewhat. And by putting beautiful things out there, hopefully it can make the city beautiful.
You know, ArtShare has been around for years, and we've been providing a platform for artists to create and provide this kind of cultural significance for our community. And for the first 3 or 4 weeks, we were really providing some cool programming. We were doing daily concerts on our website, we're doing online virtual gallery stuff through Instagram. But something shifted about week 5 where artists said, actually, I need money. And it just dawned on me that we couldn't keep asking our artists to create all of this work for people to consume without giving them what they need. And our hope and goal is to raise about $20,000 to paint 500 boards throughout the city of Los Angeles, paying each artist $500 for their work. One of the beautiful murals that was put up by Wordsmith says, "When the dust settles, we will forever know who we love, what we need, and where we truly want to be. Wait for it." Wait for society to return back to whatever the new normal is going to be, and just sit through this a little bit longer so that we all can be healthy.
The Los Angeles County College of Nursing and Allied Health has trained generations of nurses and served as a pipeline of new medical professionals to county hospitals and health clinics. Here's how a new graduating class is preparing to serve in the face of a pandemic.
Here at Kona, during clinicals, we get to work with the sickest of the sickest patients, and we really get that hands-on experience that's the foundation of a nursing education. I chose to come to Kona because it had a reputation for having some of the best clinical rotations a student can experience.
The School of Nursing has been in this community for 125 years. Every academic year, we graduate about 100 student nurses.
The pandemic happened about midway through the semester. I had to come back to complete clinical hours required for graduation by the BRN.
This program is really geared towards the students. We're here for them, and one of the best aspects of this program is the clinical portion. They get the best clinical experience that you don't get anywhere else.
I'm excited for the future, as uncertain as it may seem right now. I'm excited to be an RN and help in any way I can.
Project Room Key takes the most vulnerable residents off the streets and places them into temporary housing in participating hotels. It's kept seniors and medically vulnerable people safe from exposure to COVID-19 and is a pathway to helping them resolve their homelessness. Meet 2 Project Room Key participants who are now off the streets.
Yeah, the view is unbelievable. I have not closed these curtains since I got here. You know, I had a stroke 2 years ago, and that's what put me basically out in the streets, and I was sleeping in my vehicle. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of nights it was scary. This program here put me in a safe place. I feel like I'm literally at home.
We're seeing a lot of the barriers that we've been up against as social workers, as service providers, kind of come down, right? And we're able to get clients housed, we're able to get clients connected to a point of contact, and we're able to get them connected to something more permanent.
Without their help, we would probably be basically out in the streets again, you know. And with this virus, I think it probably would have got even worse. But I know the program is working. I don't usually get emotional. I don't.
Project Room Key is definitely a model for getting rid of some of those institutional barriers that have been up against so many of our population. We're seeing that things can get done.
I felt safe. So, and that's why I haven't closed the windows, the curtains since I got here.
The county wouldn't be able to support our community without its incredible staff. Meet Cecilia Vasquez. She's a supervising nurse at Olive View Medical Center, preparing patients for everything from x-rays to heart procedures and everything in between.
Hi, my name is Cecilia Vasquez. I'm a supervisor for the Department of Medicine Procedure at Olive View Medical Center. I became a supervising nurse. My job entails evaluating patient information and preparing the patients for the different procedures that we perform. The procedural area is an area where you can say that if you like instant gratification, that's the place to go. I get to see patients coming, sometimes having a heart attack, seeing that patient getting better. Their blood pressure gets better, there's no more chest pain, they can breathe. You can see life coming back to them. I'm so happy to be part of that person at that moment. Taking care of these patients is like I'm taking care of my own family.
Thanks for joining us. We leave you now with the tribute to the healthcare workers at the VA hospital in Westwood. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.
Today we're on the VA grounds in West LA, and we're going to be doing a moving tribute to all of their VA hospital and all the efforts they're doing to take care of veterans in this time.
It makes us feel appreciated, you know. Every day we walk in to serve, the same thing we did in the military. We have a large veteran staff here, as well as civilian staff, and it's great that people think about us.
Thanking all the nurses and all the heroes who are out there on the front line. So thank you all very much. We love you, and keep going, keep staying positive.
To be able to have all of the frontline responders, frontline staff that take care of all of our patients, our veterans, the community, to come out together and to say thank you, not only to our healthcare providers and workers here at the VA, but together to everybody in the community is really an outstanding feeling.
We're representing today to support our veterans and healthcare workers during this hard time. They've done so much, and we're here to just support them.
All the veterans are just so excited to know that, again, LA County is out supporting us and our veterans, and everyone was willing to work together to put such a special event on for our veterans.
We owe a debt of gratitude to the VA, to all the wonderful things they're doing for our veterans.